safety first. Always put your safety first.
Yep.
Do not
Monitor the
listen to
weather.
what they say, because that's why that lady got hurt before us.
Yeah, monitor your weather. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to what they tell you. Last stagecoach, hold up.
And supposedly there's a big lawsuit going on with that. That should be interesting. Hopefully we can keep up with that. But
all in all, it was a fantastic experience. If you've got nuts and you can do it, you can handle it. But you got to think of yourself the whole entire time. But
we did it.
We enjoyed
We did it
I'd do
harder than
again.
anybody else did it.
I'd do it again. And let me tell you, and there ain't no 12 and 12. Oh, well, he'll work 12 hours. I work 12. That's
Somebody will
bullshit.
work day and somebody will work night, and that's it.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you wake up.
Yeah. Now, you ain't getting no 12 hours rest. You'll be there, and most of the time, you know, you're not gonna. It's pretty hard. You're not gonna get any sleep. You're lucky if you get 6 hours sleep. And don't expect to be eating gourmet meals unless you want to drive. We were very fortunate, though. We were very fortunate.
We were
both
close
places,
to towns.
Yes, we were. We were close to town. Not a lot of stores, but when we was in Peyote, we did have access to the Pecos Walmart. So, I mean, that was nice. But I mean, come on, who's going to travel in? It's still a long way in there. It's not too long, but I mean, it's still a pain in the ass just to go in there. But whatever. Don't expect to be eating gourmet meals and stuff like that. We ate out of the can. We don't even eat like that because we run every day. But I mean, it was what it was, and it cut costs because you can't afford it. You know how much a hamburger was at a diner? We ate it at McDonald's before we left. We figured hey, you know, it's the last big meal we're going to get. Let's treat ourselves, okay? So we bought 3 hamburgers. It was $30.
Yep.
$30, and there was a little menu up in the guard shack over when we was with guard
Peyote.
one. Yeah, and for a hamburger was $10.95. Cheeseburger was, I think, $13.95, and a small fry was $4.99.
We'd been better off coming out here working at the McDonald's for $14 an hour.
Yeah.
We'd probably had just as much fun, and you'd been able to go home at night. They're paying $14 an hour to work at the McDonald's in Monahans.
Yeah,
And they help you get room.
Don't take no damn camper, just sleep in a car.
They help you get room boarding.
Because you can sleep in the truck stops and stuff. You don't need a camper.
Nope.
You don't even have to even stay in an RV park.
Nope.
Now a lot of those places are there's free parks for RVs. Over in Kermit, they got a free park. I mean, you know, it just depends on what you want and you know how much money you want to save.
Would I recommend it though?
No,
not really.
and I tell you, like, this is
If you're
just
going to
shameful.
put it this way, if you're going to do it for the experience and not the money.
And most of the people that are doing it are elderly and are really not able to.
No, and they don't know how to work the computers and all this and that.
Yeah, I mean it's sad. They're not tech savvy at all, and I mean they're really struggling with it. And that's another thing too. That's another issue we had too. Just quickly, and then we can let you go. But they were using paper tickets when we got there. Some of them had tablets. Some of the companies had tablets, but Plains didn't buy enough tablets for everybody. But then all of a sudden, Plains started breaking bad. I guess this is about the time they tried to get rid of some of the companies, and it didn't work any damn way. But anyway, so we weren't allowed to let them load with the paper ticket. They had to have a tablet. So that they can get a printed ticket. So that their little their
receptionist didn't have to type it in.
Didn't have to type it in.
Even though we had to do it.
Yeah, we had to write it in old-fashioned. Then we had to go back in and put it in. And don't think you're reading the Garnet because you have to wait. You'll have to wait, and you'll have to get the numbers.
Not unless you want to jump over that crap like a Olympian.
And they don't like it.
Nope,
So we
you're
got
in their
out of the way. If they get in there, and they hook up, and that's it. And they want you out of their damn way. After that, they don't care for you to walk in. But then again, you got to think. Some of them are really incompetent.
And you got to think.
So
the woman got hurt before because they didn't open their pressure valve.
Yeah, and when they don't hook up their they don't vent. then you know that pop off is going off.
Then that H2S gas is flying because nobody hardly uses it. Not even the planes drivers use the vent.
No, because they called it a.
They act like it put pressure in their tanker and they didn't want to use it.
Yep.
Took longer to load up.
And I really do believe it did at times. It periodically did it, but a lot of them just didn't want to use it.
According to
They slowed it down.
According to the plane supervisor, everybody's supposed to be using it. Half of them did, half of them didn't.
We didn't care if you used it or not.
Nope. Just don't keep it. Just keep it away from me.
There. Yeah, we was far away from it, far enough away from it. But now sometimes though, and this was the thing too. And you're probably saying, well, I mean, sometimes we get about 75 loads a day, and you're thinking, that ain't nothing. I check in 900 people. So what? Loadouts are different because it takes them. One of them took about 30 minutes, and the other took about 45 minutes for one truck to load. And then when they get in there, and they're 2 or 3 back, now you're talking an hour and a half to 2 hours that they have to wait to get loaded. And what do? They're right at each other's throat. They're blowing at each other. They're cussing. They're very angry. They get irate. And don't even, we'll have to tell you about the first of the month ordeal too, about the first of the month when they did the meter reading. Anytime the pumps went down, it was just pure chaos. I mean, it would be chaotic all day long.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's not as simple as people think it is. And do not listen to those
Facebook groups.
Yeah, because they're on there. And
they're trying to recruit.
Yeah, the recruiters. And they get a profit off of it. But, I mean, if you really want to know the truth, you ask us, we'll tell you. We'll tell you. It's no cakewalk. We enjoyed it. Little house. We enjoyed it, though.
And we
make the best of it.
We didn't have the amenities that a lot of people had, so we braved it more than most people would have.
No, we didn't.
Which we'll get into that later on, but we really did. We braved it more than anybody else.
You could do it in a damn tent if you set your mind to it, but the wind won't let you.
Honestly, at the second gate we was at, most time we didn't even go in our camper.
No, we stayed in the car.
Slept in the car, got out of the car, everything
loud,
in the car.
Too busy. I mean, what the hell? We just we handled it. We enjoyed it though.
We enjoyed meeting the people.
I'll never do it as long as we did it for 4 months. I'll never do it for 4. Never agreed to do 4 months. We're just gonna do 6 months.
It's really not worth your money though, because all you're doing is making somebody else rich.
Yeah, they don't pay you nothing, then they don't pay you no mind, so.
There's no freedom, and I tell you, when you leave, you feel like you're getting released from prison.
Those guys though, man, at the frac, the Halliburton guys in Liberty and Frac Shack, those are the rudest.
Yeah, they were mostly dicks.
Ever.
They were mostly dicks.
But, I mean, those Reynolds drivers, I mean, they're incompetent, but they're as nice as they could be.
Yep.
WTL guys are like top of the line, they really are. Some of them not so, but I mean they really are. WTL is probably one of the better companies there. If I was going to ever get my CDL license and haul crude, it'd be for WTL. But they're dirty too. They're
top of the line, and they think they're top of the line.
Yeah, they do. I think they got priority. And the planes drivers, the day shift is like awesome. They're like fantastic.
The night ones were really nice too.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Those guys are nice. I mean, all in all, I mean, we learned so much stuff. It was just amazing. I mean, if you got the time and you want to invest it, want a little extra cash, I say
by all means, go for it.
But don't do it but like a month or 2. 2 months is good, man. We
don't get attached.
No. Yeah, but I mean,
we've been gone for 2 days now. We're missing people and missing things, and
expect to.
It's gonna be boring.
Yeah, expect to change companies. There's like tons of gate guard companies out there.
It's not that hard to change either. You just go on the website and change your thing over.
Yeah, it's really simple. I mean, it costs you a couple bucks, but I mean, it's if you don't have anything else to do and you want to make a little extra cash, do it.
And you want the experience.
You ain't gonna get rich.
It's a great experience, unique experience.
Yeah, very much so.
But no, you ain't gonna get rich. You'd have to spend your whole life out there to get rich.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get rich. We were sitting there figuring it up that if you made $175, right, then you make about $5,000 a month. Yeah, I don't know. We was there 4.5 months, so we probably made about $20,000.
We made what we set out to make,
and we didn't spend any money either. We lived cheap. You can live cheap. You don't have to go and you can't worry about. And don't ever drink their water. It's contaminated. And even when you wash your hair with it, It makes your hair, your soap won't even bubble up. It don't sud or nothing. No suds. The water is so harsh that it, I mean, we just quit taking showers. It wasn't even worth it. I know it sounds nasty, gross and everything, but we just quit taking showers. The water is too harsh. You go look down in the tank and there's all kind of sediment down in there. But the water, though, I mean, it's really hard on your hair. And I have long hair, and it'll make your hair fall out. It makes it stiff. It gets all sticky and gooey. And so if you're gonna do that, just put your hair up, or shave it off. That's what he did. He shaved his off. So if you have any questions, though, be sure to ask. We'll tell you the truth. We're not here. We're not recruiting.
No.
We're not saying not do it. And we damn sure ain't encouraging you to.
I don't regret it. I don't regret leaving when we did either. Because nobody's going to look out for you but you.
Yeah. But once you
found
get out
that
there,
out real
you
quick.
get established and you learn the
Well, I'll tell you what they did with the couple before us is she fell and hit her head. Who knows how it happened? Who knows whose mistake it was? What caused it? Whatever. Just a bad situation. But the guy was still trying to work it, because supposedly he did 19 hours anyway, so he still tried to work it. When they found us, they just rode right up there and told him he had to go home.
Yeah.
No warning, no nothing. Just pushed him right on out the door.
Yeah, you're not indispensable.
So really, you got what you deserved with us. I know that's kind of rude, but you shouldn't expect somebody to stay out there in 80, 90 mile per hour winds, and one place got 109 mile per hour winds. Your camper would have been rocking back and forth, if not flipped, overturned. You just couldn't do it. Hail damage. You'd spend everything you made replacing it.
Yeah, and there's just no storm plan in place at all. And when it's lightning, they're really not supposed to load, but they load anyway.
Yep.
They hook up and they load. And we didn't go out there all the time we was out there. Like I said, we checked in 60, 70 drivers a day, sometimes more.
But what you don't get is it takes them 30 minutes to load. So
yeah, 30, 45
it was all day. It was all day thing.
Yeah, it's an all day thing. And they only wanted you to check one driver in at a time so you could read the garnet. Yeah.
Don't do what they tell you to do. Find your own way to do everything.
Yeah, do your own, find your own routine. Don't listen to them because it's just stupid. There's some of the stuff that they tell you.
Anyway, we'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, comments, let us know. Like I said, we have experience with Guard One and Timekeepers.
And we did the fracs, and we did
the fracs, and we did the LAC units.
Yeah. So.
And if I was going to do it, I would recommend the frac, because you don't get on personal level.
And there's no responsibility.
And I don't know which company I'd recommend. Probably neither one, honestly. You'd be better off contacting Plains and Felix directly and trying to get your own contract, because they're both.
There was a group that were doing it. It was more than one. There was actually probably a group of like 5 or 6 that.
Yeah, I think they put the camper out there, and then they drove out to it.
They had to check them in. Just had to count how many sand trucks went through.
Yeah, that'd been really easy. I don't know what they got paid, but I'm sure they got paid more than we did.
We might do one of the farm contracts later on, so we'll let you know how that goes.
It's going to take us time to get situated back into society.
Yeah,
Feel like we've been locked up for murder charge.
Yeah, we're like escaped convicts. But anyway, we went on too long.
But we got to get the stench off of us too. Anyway, though, just let us know if you have any questions.